Welcome, everyone. Welcome in to today's Air Signs live readings. We are looking at the week of May 16th through May 22nd of 2022. And we are going to look at Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So I know everyone's seen that big, super full moon that was up in the sky, had a lunar eclipse. I've seen people talking about the lunar eclipse in town that I feel like they forgot that the moon was up there. So definitely the lunar eclipse got a lot of attention. So I feel like everybody's probably feeling that energy. So we are going to keep using the queen of the moon. We are very much in a very powerful eclipse. It's very much where you're going to start to notice like abrupt endings, some sudden new beginnings. And it happens so quickly that it can definitely jar you a little bit, right? Just know as you're going through this eclipse energy that it's very much for your greater good. Whatever is being removed will be replaced by something bigger and better. So I think that's all I'm going to say about the astrology. Don't forget, we're still in Mercury retrograde, but I feel like that moon has just definitely took over all of the astrology. Jupiter in Aries still, so you could see things growing or blooming or getting bigger, faster, that type of thing. So yes, keep that stuff in mind, guys. Hi, Sandra. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump in with the air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and timestamp Gemini at 1:38. All right, Gemini. So this is for May 16th through May 22nd. All right, so energy of the week for Gemini, we have resistance. Ooh, holding on to something. Look at that fist. And then we have wisdom and hot moon. All right, so I feel like you have some sort of advantage here, Gemini. I feel like you get an opportunity to do something that's definitely, you see how wisdom, she's standing on that stack of books, but she's definitely still reaching up, right? And you have 22, 25, and 34. So the numbers can definitely be significant. But it's about how ascension, right? And we're all kind of feeling those ascension symptoms. And especially while we're in this eclipse season with this full moon. The Scorpio full moon was no joke this year for sure. Hot moon extremes tells me that it's very possible you're having a hard time. So hot moon's extremes is where your emotions control how you react to something, how you act out in a certain way. And it's because your emotions are so high. This can definitely be about passion, but many times it talks about like reckless behavior. So the resistance with the grip, the hand, I definitely kind of get a little bit of a feeling that it's something you don't need and you're needing to release with this full moon, but you're kind of holding on to it. I feel like you've already learned like how to deal with that hot moon extremes, and not let your actions control, I'm sorry, not let your emotions control how you react to things. But you're definitely struggling with something, Gemini. So let's pull the Heal Yourself reading cards. And let's see, what is the challenge or obstacle in this situation for Gemini? May 16th through May 22nd. There it is. Look, self-sabotage comes out as the challenge or obstacle. Lesson learned is the home card. And outcome is how teachable are you? So I feel like the opportunity here, cycles, is on the bottom, is going to be about learning something and taking advantage of a certain opportunity. Because I feel like an opportunity comes in for you, Gemini, and it says, yes, you can continue to hold on to this the way you have been, or you can learn something new. I think self-sabotage is in a challenge or obstacle because you're kind of already self-sabotaging by holding on to whatever that stagnant energy is. Lesson learned is the home card. So I do feel like it's going to have something to do with your home life or home situation. It definitely could be like a close friendship or close relationship. But the home card says that This person is always like moving her pictures around, moving her furniture around. She's trying to recreate something. She's trying to make things go back to a certain way. How teachable are you comes out, and it tells me, Gemini, that something's going to happen with this eclipse season. It's definitely going to bring you like a massive life lesson, right? And then cycles coming out tells me it's most likely closing out a cycle because, again, eclipse season, the lunar eclipse was very much about closing out cycles. All right, so let's do some elemental wisdom. I shared out, guys, but just on our Facebook, and then just one or two groups, one from my page and then one from my private page. So it should be pretty quiet today. All right, so challenge or obstacle. We have the King of Wands coming out. Interesting, and the Ace of Cups. All right, so King of Wands is about your confidence, and King of Wands not only is a very confident person, but they know what they're capable of. And then Ace of Cups, of course, can be like heavy emotions, but it can also be like a new start, like a new romantic cycle, a new relationship, something about new emotions. So that's going to be like where the self-sabotage is. It could be, Gemini, that you just don't understand what you're capable of, or you don't understand that you have this opportunity to start something new in love, because cups are love, your emotions. All right, let's look at the home card. So we have the King of Coins and we have the Five of Swords. So the King of Wands is someone who's really confident and sometimes a little like overly confident, right? It's like the nicest way I can think of saying that. The King of Coins is usually someone who's like the provider. They give you money. It's very possible this is you, Gemini, like you're the provider in your home situation. It is falling on the home card. But Five of Swords comes out, and Five of Swords, Gemini, is about like it can definitely be like negative thinking. That's what it is to me a lot. When I see the Five of Swords, it's like you're having negative thoughts. You're telling yourself that you can't be this king, that you can't be this provider, or something like that. That could be for some of you. But for the rest of you, I feel like the Five of Swords is actually like disagreements and arguments. You could be talking to someone a certain way because maybe you feel like, I don't know, Gemini, like maybe you feel like they don't respect you enough, or like maybe you feel like you're having to put in more than others, something like that. I'm not saying that it's good. The Five of Swords is considered a victory. It says you come out on top of the situation, Gemini, but I've never seen the Five of Swords as a victory. All right, let's look and see, what is Spirit trying to teach you this week, Gemini? So we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can be about gifts, giving someone something. It is a balance, right? Six is always balance, but it's also about something in your past. It could be saying that you need to leave something in your past. A Four of Cups comes out. I feel like it could be something in your past that maybe you've been ignoring, because Four of Cups is that card that says you're not paying attention to something. You're trying to sweep it under the rug. So I feel like there's something in the past that Spirit kind of drags out for you to be able to reflect and then heal from that situation. On the bottom is the Chariot. So the Chariot is Cancer energy, but the Chariot talks about like you have a ride or die, Gemini. You have someone that will just go through to all lengths to fight and protect you. All right, Gemini, let's do guidance next. And I am using the power of love. And let's see, what does Spirit want to say to you about this situation? What's the guidance for Gemini? So we have cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. Be kind this week, Gemini. Gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. And patience. I do feel like you're going to have patience with those around you. It says you are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. All right, Gemini, let's close it out with the Moonology oracles. And these help with your thoughts and emotions. I don't sense that you're very, I know that the hot moon extremes is here. I don't think like you're very emotional, like you're not crying. I don't sense that. But I do sense a little bit of like negative thinking, maybe even negative communication. Surrender to the divine, the full moon. Your commitment is being tested. Interesting. Oh, it's a cooperation. I thought it was commitment. And a fiery climax approaches. It's the full moon in Aries. So lots of full moon energy. And I just want to say, it was yesterday, the water signs kept getting a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So I do feel like there is a buildup to something, right? Do you guys feel that too? All right, Gemini, I'm going to close it out right here. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. And if, how do, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. Sorry, guys, forgot which ones I was doing. All right, so let's do Libra next. Let me clean up really quickly from Gemini. Divine strength. Thank you so much for coming in. I watched your video. I think it was yesterday, the newest one. Yes, fixing to do Libra, just cleaning up from Gemini. So I feel like the full moon is very strong, but it seems like Gemini, it was more about Mercury, right? More about communication. The Six of Cups did kind of pop out there, and it is about people in the past. So I do feel like Gemini is dealing more with like Mercury retrograde, and which is interesting because Mercury retrograde had started in Gemini. All right, so almost ready for Libra. So how many of you guys stayed up last night to watch the eclipse? Did anyone stay up to watch it? I thought I was going to, and I looked out there, and it looked like it was going to be cloudy. So I went to bed. Then I woke up this morning to like everybody took pictures, so clearly the clouds went away. But I find it interesting that like I went to our little local gas station down the road from our house to grab a cold drink earlier, and like everybody was talking about the full moon, and you never hear them people talking about like anything, let alone, you know, the Scorpio full moon or lunar eclipses. So it clearly got a lot of attention. All right, Libra, let's do 1322 for Libra. This is going to be Libra for May 16th through May 22nd. I am using the Queen of the Moon because that big Scorpio full moon is still up there. We did experience the lunar eclipse last night, or I guess in the early morning hours. I guess it depends on where you're at. Here in Kentucky, it was late last night. Did go through into the early morning hours. So Gemini was very focused. It seems more like on Mercury retrograde, unfinished business, communication, someone from your past. So let's see, Libra, what is going to be the energy for Libra May 16th through May 22nd? Wow. Woo! Sovereignty comes out. This card's come out a couple of times now, a few times in the last couple of days. And it's really rare that I get to see her, the Queen of the Moon. It's actually the picture on the box. But sovereignty is just that. It's almost like you've stepped into your power, Libra. We have surrender, so most likely that's why. And then protection. So I do sense a little bit of fear, a little bit of hesitancy. But I do feel like Spirit is trying to say, like, whatever it is you're doing right now, it's highly protected. It's also possible. I always see the red cardinal, and we all know that red cardinals definitely could be like passed on loved ones trying to show you that you're protected. So if you feel like you're having to surrender to something, I feel like Spirit's wanting you to know that it's going to be okay. I feel like you're hesitant, Libra, because the path is on the bottom, and the path says that Spirit is showing you something, like lighting up the path for you. But if you notice on the picture, she's standing at the bottom of the ladder, and she has her arms behind her back. So it's like she's contemplating it, but she's not taking any action currently. All right, let's pull from the Heal Yourself reading cards. I just seen the Patience card. Excuse me. All right, let's see. What is the challenge or obstacle for Libra? We have entrapment. Lesson learned is say what you mean. Ooh, look at that. And sexual arts comes out for the outcome, and not like by accident, because the bottom of the deck is sexuality. All right, so here's what I'm kind of getting, Libra. I'm just going to spit it out real fast. So stepping into your power, most likely in a relationship where you feel like you're being controlled or manipulated. Say what you mean is lesson learned, but it's very possible that it's actually happening right now. And the reason I think that is because you got sexual arts, and sexual arts is about being confident. Sorry, that's sexuality. Sexual arts is about learning how to be intimate and close to other people. And I feel like this is actually like a reversal type of energy. It's like you're struggling to be intimate and close to other people because of this person that you feel is like controlling or manipulating you. And the reason being is because bottom of the deck, Libra, you have sexuality, and sexuality tells me that you're struggling with your own confidence. You're worried that you're not attractive to someone or to anyone. You could be struggling with like your own self-worth. Like, are you even worthy of the person? There's definitely a lot of control here. And I just heard that nasty, nasty word, narcissist. So Libra, just kind of keep that in mind. Many times when people are putting us down, or trying to like start something with you, Libra, it's very much due to their own insecurities, right? I feel like we all know that at this point. But what we don't know, and like where we struggle, and not saying you don't know, Libra, you probably do, but where we struggle is the unconditional love. That's the answer, right? Like you have to love people unconditionally, even when they're this type of person. And that's where we struggle, because we just want to be angry at this person. And I don't know, like it actually gives them more energy. You see what I'm trying to say? It makes them more powerful. If you just love them unconditionally and see, Libra, that the reason they're doing whatever it is they're doing to you is because of their own insecurities, their own failures, their own issues. It has nothing to do with you. So say what you mean is lesson learned. But again, I feel like this is what's happening this week. It's like, Libra, you step up and you speak up, and you're like, you know what? No one's going to do this to me anymore. No one's going to talk to me in this way anymore. And you're definitely surrendering something. Most likely what you're surrendering is, let's say you're in a partnership and this person is like your spouse or whatever, and you know, you split bills, and it's always normally comes down to money, especially if I'm talking to like a feminine energy. We're so down on ourselves thinking that we can't do something. Guys, start your own business. I'm just saying. Are you going to be rich tomorrow? No. Are you going to work your butt off? Absolutely. You'll work harder than you ever did ever for anyone else. But there's never get that feeling, Libra, that like you're stuck with someone because you can't pay your own way. And I kind of get that issue. And it's possible that it's not even like your issue. That's something like they could be saying to you. All right, let's pull out the elemental wisdom again. So this one is really specific. Aw, thank you, Leela. Went over to Facebook to help me out. Thank you so much. All right, let's look at entrapment. Who is this person? So we have the Knight of Swords. I just want to say, and by no means does it mean this in any way, but I do feel the energies like from the cards, and that's how I know, what it's supposed to be saying. But here lately, like for the last, I'd say week, maybe this last week, it's very much this Knight of Swords to me, especially in the elemental wisdom, kind of gives me this dark night of the soul type of energy. And that wouldn't be shocking, Libra, if the person who's behaving this way and acting this way is going through some sort of dark night of the soul. Most likely they're purging all those old, unhealthy, just really ugly things. And I want to say too, the Knight of Swords is sometimes like my clue card for breaking free from a situation. It is about being courageous enough to break free. Sorry, there goes the throat chakra. But it is about being courageous enough to be able to break free. What else, Spirit, can you tell us about this person? So we have the Hierophant. So you could be married to this person. It's some sort of official relationship, right? And it can even be like a spiritual relationship because the Hierophant is about marriage, but it's also about religion. All right, let's look at say what you mean. What is it that you need to say, Libra? So we have the Nine of Coins. So what you need to say is you need to say it to yourself. Remember, I was just saying Nine of Coins is that card that says you have enough money. You can be this independent, confident, competent person who's resourceful, who saves, who knows how to make a budget, who knows how to manifest abundance. That's the Nine of Coins energy. And I definitely kind of get this feeling like there's someone around you telling you that they provide something for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but it's like they are nasty to you, Libra. They're not being like they're not doing it graciously is kind of what I'm feeling. And then we have the Nine of Wands, and that just kind of tells me that this has been going on for a long, long time. All right, so definitely could be someone that you've known or been in a relationship with for quite some time. Let's look at sexual arts. It is possible with that Knight of Swords coming out as the first card over here, that if you're not with this person, you just recently split up or pulled away from this person. So the Moon comes out, sexual arts, and that's kind of where I was getting that feeling that you're scared to be intimate with other people because of something that was said or done to you. But the Moon card says that's an illusion. It's not real. Don't believe it. And then the Wheel of Fortune comes out. I love it. So Jupiter just moved into Aries, Libra, and I've been talking about this for weeks because I've been waiting for Jupiter to move into Aries since like 2020 or something crazy. But yes, it's very much about all those dreams, all those things that you were thinking about. So Libra, most likely when Jupiter was in Pisces, you could have been in a relationship with this person. And at that time, you were thinking like, I want to break free from this. I want my independence. I want to be able to make my own money and no one gets to tell me what I can and can't do or what I can and can't wear or what they feel I look like. You see what I'm trying to say? That's that Nine of Coins type of feeling. And what happened is as Jupiter moved into Aries, you started to take action on that. So it's very possible, again, that eclipse is up there, guys. That energy is open and it's massive. So it's very possible, again, that this is either a recent past relationship where you just recently closed this out and you're struggling with that situation, or it's just now fixing to happen. Jupiter is good luck and good fortune. So Libra, whatever does happen, just know that Spirit is definitely, the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana. A major arcana is fate, it's destiny, it's Spirit stepping in to help you. On the bottom, the King of Coins, which is that King of Pentacles. This is like the person. And I just want to say, so your person, Libra, could be an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And make sure to look at their moon sign, Libra, because I always kind of more go towards the moon. But I just want to say, it's like someone you've got up on a pedestal. It's because they told you that you can't do something on your own, but actually you can. And not only are you going to do it on your own, Libra, but you're going to do it better. All right, let's do guidance. And let's use the Power of Love activation cards. And let's see, Libra, what does Spirit want to say to you about this situation? Willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. Freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. And virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Empathy is on the bottom. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. I feel like you're struggling with these two. You've already accomplished these two. And I feel like Spirit's definitely coming in with that Wheel of Fortune to help you finish this situation. You're struggling, and I'm not trying to say, Libra, that you're not empathic. You are, but you're struggling to see this person's point of view. And most likely it's just due to hurt, right? Anger. Grief. All right, so let's close it out for Libra with the Moonology Oracles, and this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. Libra, I do feel like you are emotional this week, but you're very much in your thoughts, and I feel like you're taking action. Expect powerful changes, new moon eclipse. You were very close to achieving your goal. I definitely sense that. And there it is. Work through your fears. It's the new moon in Scorpio. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those good things, guys. I'm just going to clean up really quickly, and we have Aquarius next. Sandra says Libra moon on point. Shruti Das. I will be doing free readings at the end. I always offer them at the end. I will say, please be patient, and I will call them when we're done with Aquarius. But I'm probably not going to be able to do too many because we do have that Facebook Live tonight. And I do plan on putting my face on so all of you guys can see me. But yeah, I'm super excited to use this powerful full moon eclipse energy. So I hope all of you guys have purchased your spot. It starts at 6 p.m. And guys, I've been talking to you guys about moving those back a little later. So most likely starting next month, we'll try to do them maybe like 8 p.m. We get a lot of subscribers that are out on the West Coast. Yeah, and it's kind of hard for them when, you know, our 6 p.m. is their mid-afternoon. Sandra says front row and center. Awesome. All right, so almost done cleaning up from Libra. Libra in a little bit of a power struggle there, it looks like. But I feel like definitely comes out on top of the situation. As long as you go at everything from unconditional love, I mean, you really just can't lose. All right, let's timestamp 2850 for Aquarius. So Aquarius, this is going to be for May 16th through May 22nd of 2022. So far, it looks like Mercury retrograde, a little bit of an issue for the air signs. And then it looks like Jupiter, Libra is definitely taking advantage of Jupiter moving into Aries, which is about good luck, good fortune, big dreams coming true, right? Like in the physical, being able to see them, not just dream about them. So we are going to use Queen of the Moon, Aquarius, because that energy from that Scorpio full moon and that lunar eclipse is still very open and very powerful. So So let's see, Aquarius, what is your energy for May 16th through May 22nd? We have fruition. So fruition is the harvest moon, and it says you've worked towards something and now something's fixing to come in. We have the beauty card coming out, and it's going to have something to do with seeing the worth of something, and the pleasure card. So these are all like really light, happy energy cards. I don't feel like any of them are in reversal. So Aquarius, we're definitely going to have to see. That makes a little more sense. Not saying that you shouldn't be super happy, but it's just that the energy is like really, really heavy now. So something's happened that makes you feel like you're protected as you're going through this eclipse season. Most likely you're seeing other people, friends, family, other people around you, Aquarius, that are experiencing this very powerful full moon. And Aquarius is just kind of sitting there like, it's okay. It's really not impacting me the way it is other people. And Aquarius, if that's the case, it's very likely that you're being protected for some reason. The protection card did just come out for Libra also. So if you do have Libra on your chart, Aquarius, I do recommend checking that video out, or that part of the video also. All right, let's pull from the Heal Yourself reading cards, and let's see if we can figure out what is going on with Aquarius. What is coming in? With fruition, I immediately thought Jupiter, because that is what fruition means. As Jupiter moves into Aries, it's very much going to bring good things. So we have family and tribe. So the challenge or obstacle is going to have something to do with someone in your family. We also have rejection coming out as lesson learned, and soulmate coming out. So I do feel like this is going to have something to do with someone that you're intimate with, someone that you're very close with. This is the Heal Yourself reading cards, Aquarius. So there is no like karmic, or there is no twin. It's just all soulmates, right? And actually, really, in the grand scheme of things, everyone is part of like your soul family or your soul tribe, right? So I do feel like there is rejection is coming out as lesson learned. I feel like that is already like what's happened, because the energy is super light. You've worked really hard. You've brought something to fruition. You're able to see your worth in some sort of situation, and that's brought you like great pleasure. You've been able to remove the old stagnant heavy energy so that you can make room for this big new bright energy, right? So the situation with family and tribe tells me this is an old situation, something you've been dealing with for a long time, but it's very possible that whatever it is, you've healed it because something's coming to fruition, right? So the rejection is finished. It's something that you've already dealt with. And then soulmate coming out is the outcome. So it could say that you're meeting someone new, or you realize that like this person is part of your soul family or soul tribe. All right, so let's use the elemental wisdom one more time. And let's look at family and tribe and your challenge or obstacle. So we have the King of Coins flipping out again. King of Coins came out for Libra, and it was very much like someone you put up on a pedestal. But Aquarius, it could be someone that provides for you, gives you resources in some way. And then the Three of Coins coming out. So it's about teamwork. So it's like someone in the family doesn't want to work with the team, something like that. All right, let's look at rejection. So this is lesson learned. It's possible that they feel like they've been rejected, or you feel like you've been rejected by them. So the Five of Wands comes out, and the Five of Wands is challenges and obstacles, and the Queen of Wands comes out. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but someone who's very confident. So it's like someone who's very confident caused some sort of like challenge or obstacle, and most likely what the challenge or obstacle was their rejection. They felt like something that they did. See, the King of Pentacles is someone you put up on a pedestal, and they're used to being there. So if someone comes in and kind of, you know, knocks them off that pedestal, Aquarius, that could definitely cause them like a rejection issue. Let's look at soulmate. Why is soulmate here for the outcome for Aquarius? And I just want to say, Aquarius, the Queen of Wands, it's about confidence. It's like they confidently knocked them off that pedestal. So we have King of Cups. I don't feel like this is a new person either. Look at that. 10 of Wands. I know it's not a new person. Beautiful. All right. And then 3 of Cups on the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's why the energy is so light, because this King of Cups, once he's knocked off this pedestal, becomes this, I'm sorry, this King of Coins. Once he's knocked off that pedestal where he feels like it's all better than thou kind of energy, becomes this King of Cups. And this could be like your person, Aquarius. Like this could be happening for you. You could have rejected their old behavior and said, no, I want it this way or no way. And then 10 of Wands says the heavy burdens are over. The worries are over. The stress is over. It's a completion. So this is beautiful. All right, let's pull some guidance cards for Aquarius. And I just want to say 3 of Coins, celebrating with your soul tribe. So definitely a lot of happiness going around for Aquarius this week. Could be visiting with friends and family, definitely. This person could decide to do something nice for you and take some worry off of your shoulders. Absolutely. All right, Aquarius, let's see. Power of love activation. Guidance from spirit for Aquarius in this situation. So we have a cause and effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Aquarius, that's what it is, right? That's what you did. So it's like you started replacing those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And that's what that hard work is that's now coming into fruition. That's how you change this person who was focused on what they were giving you into how they can love you. That's amazing. Individuality comes out. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. And it just tells me that Aquarius, you're the one that taught this person this situation and action. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. So if you haven't done this yet, Aquarius, this is definitely what's coming in this week. All right, so I just seen that void of course moon, and the void of course moon says you're overthinking something. You're over worrying about something. And with that Queen of Wands, it's possible you're telling yourself you can't do something, Aquarius, but you can. So we have a win-win outcome is forecast. It's the full moon in Libra. We have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, which also came out for Libra. And look at that. Believe in the impossible, my absolute favorite, the blue moon. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it right there. If this reading resonates, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And that's it. That's the air signs for the week of May 16th through May 22nd. And that brings us to the end of all 4 elements. So we finished another week. Marshall. Absolutely. All right, guys, let me clean up really quickly. Thank you, Leela. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, that Facebook Live is tonight. We are definitely going to be pulling from that Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse energy. So I'm kind of excited to see what is going to come out. We are doing the Twin Flame May 2022 extended reading. And if you don't know, guys, in the extended, we look at past, present, and future. When we do the current energy that's free on YouTube, it is very much what is happening currently at that moment. And those things can change very quickly, as I'm sure all of you know by now. So yes, the extended, we always look at past, present, and future. So you can see the information that resonates with your journey. You can see where you're at currently, and then you can see what is coming next. So yes, if you guys haven't went and got your spot, please go check that out. Our Facebook is growing very quickly. Ever since we got the stars, we've gotten several more likes, several more followers. So I'm so grateful for Facebook. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, it is that time. I am going to pick a couple to do a few free readings. I unfortunately will not be able to stay very long. Someone out there just got the void, the dark moon, kind of a rest, a pause. But I think you're feeling like it's the some cycle is stuck. Yeah, look at that. And then the darkness comes out. So someone's feeling that really heavy energy from that full moon. Both of these are full moons. And look at the eclipse on that one. How interesting, right? But yeah, it's like the energy is super, super heavy. Not really too surprising, but guys, try to pull yourself out of the heavy energy. Try to bring yourself back up into that, you know, more enlightenment type of vibration. Thank you, Leela. Thank you so very much. All right, Marshall. And guys on YouTube, let me know. Let me know if you guys want me to pull some guidance cards. All right, Marshall, I'm going to stick with the Queen of the Moon. And let's see what Spirit wants to talk to you about. Ooh, we have the Surrender card coming out. Assessing, and look at that. Beautiful. Interesting, Marshall, because the long night moon, the darkness eclipse card comes back out as bottom of the deck. So it makes me wonder, like, are you feeling this really heavy emotional full moon? Are you noticing that you're being forced to release something? And guys, I'm going to say it again. If something in someone else's reading resonates, it's very possible that Spirit is trying to get a message to you. Because I feel like Marshall's reading is actually going to resonate with several people. You're feeling the full moon energy. The full moon is definitely about releasing. We release every time there's a full moon. We do have free will, guys. I'm not trying to step on any toes. I'm just being realistic here. But what happens is when you choose to follow your free will and you're making an incorrect choice and you're causing delays, you're causing things to be more difficult for you, Spirit definitely steps in times like lunar eclipses. And whatever you've been kind of sweeping under the rug and trying not to deal with, Spirit's going to lift that rug right up, throw it out the window, and show you right to your face what it is that you need to do. And that's kind of what's happening as we're moving through eclipse season, right? And that can definitely bring a lot of like heavy emotions. So I do sense, Marshall, that you're having to surrender something. You're having to release control of something. But I just want to say it's so funny because me and Junior were talking about this card this morning. Surrender doesn't mean that you just give up. It doesn't say, okay, forget it. It's not going to happen. So I'm just going to quit. Surrender says that you're going to take all the action that you're supposed to take. And then you're going to leave the rest to God or the rest to Spirit or however the universe, whatever label you want to put on it. But that's how you surrender. But that doesn't mean that you just don't do anything and you just sit and wait for something to come in. You actually have to go out there and do the things. And then assessing comes out. So it tells me that you've been kind of like reflecting back. You've been looking at how you got here. And now you're trying to figure out, okay, this is how I got to this point. Now, where do I go from here? You may have been trying to control where you go, Marshall, and that could be what you're having to surrender. But look at that. That sovereignty, I almost said a bad word. That sovereignty card, I love this card. I mean, look at her. She's on the box. She's beautiful. And it talks about stepping into your own power. This could even be about calling your power back. Because of those two cards that I did see, I do feel like it's possible that someone is also pulling from your energy. Most likely you help this person, encourage them, you boost their ego in some way. And so whenever you're not doing it, it's like they're trying to pull that from you. You see what I'm trying to say? So you could definitely have called your energy back. And that's what brings balance. And if you haven't yet, that could be what Spirit's telling you to do. Because there is some clouds around her head in the balance card. And it's like, you know, you need to balance something out, but you can't exactly discern what it is. Like you don't quite understand what it is. And Spirit could be saying, it's your power. That's what needs to be brought back. All right, Marshall, I'm going to pull a couple of guidance cards from the Power of Love. So we have vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving and just universe. And this tells me, like, don't think that, like, the universe is against you, Marshall. That's not what it is at all. You have virtue. So we just seen virtue with Aquarius. It says you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes and encourage others to grow. And with that sovereignty card, that Queen of the Moon coming out, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes. There's something massive there, some superpower of some sort. And then we have friendliness. You're able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. And that could definitely bring you some balance too. But that's us, right? It's your soul tribe. All right, Marshall, I hope that was helpful. All right, Sandra. All right, Sandra, I think I'm going to stick with the Queen of the Moon. But we're going to pull from the Sacred Traveler for guidance. Thank you, Marshall. She said 100%. Thank you. All right. All right, Sandra. Same thing. We're going to go Queen of the Moon. We're going to soak in that powerful, beautiful Scorpio full moon energy. All right, Sandra, let's see. What does Spirit want to say to Sandra? Oh, look at that, Sandra. Are you ever surprised? Boundaries comes out. And I'm just going to go straight to the book. Let me grab. All right. This is going to be the best way, I think. All right, so boundaries. Judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. I can say yes or no with authenticity and clarity. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and read the rest of it because it's all going to be good. So it says, in times of sickness or, say, the presence of a very strong emotion, such as grief, we often naturally simplify. We cut out all the extras that are too hard or too complex at that time. We might not take up an invitation to an event we might have to work at attending. We might only watch a film we know uplifts us. We might only want to see or communicate with friends we know and trust and understand, love, and support us. We might only choose to spend the depth of our heart and time with a few people rather than many, and we become vastly sensitive to those we now discover take their unfair share of our energy. Did you hear that, Sandra? So I bet you, like when I was talking to Marshall and I said that sometimes somebody else's reading can definitely resonate, it's kind of the same, right? Sorry, I started reading. Have mercy. Sometimes I forget we're on live. Okay, but so here's what it's telling you to do, Sandra. It talks about focusing on making things simpler. It talks about focusing on maybe choosing or like being more deliberate about your path. It talks about like removing any such, fluff or people pleasing or running around madly. It even talks about removing like fast food, fashion, gossip, hardcore working out, stress, which is super funny because stress comes with all of those things. It talks about avoiding judgment. So it's definitely saying put yourself in this bubble, protect yourself at all costs. So if you were wondering, Sandra, like let's say something's happening to you and you're like, well, I don't really know how to act. I don't know, am I being cold or giving someone like the cold shoulder if I put myself in this bubble? And Spirit's saying like, no, absolutely not. That's what you need to do. We also have fruition, expect the unexpected, and the balance card coming back out. Pleasure is on the bottom. Self-reflection, growth. I feel like all these things are happening to you. Pleasure is what's happening right now. You're learning, you're not feeling pleasure currently, but you're learning that you have to remove that heavy, overweighted, stagnant energy that's just kind of been just trying to like bury you down. And you already know that when you release that, you're going to be able to surround yourself with like more excitement, more things that bring you pleasure. Fruition is coming out. So I just want to say it's very possible that because of the boundaries, whatever is happening now, like maybe you have had to have these boundaries to protect yourself for like some time now, and that's what's coming into fruition. Expect the unexpected, and that's just like being able to protect yourself is what I meant. And expect the unexpected. And when I say that, guys, I always do this. I try to keep going and then I got to go back. Sorry. But when I say protect yourself, I'm not saying like someone's like beating you with a stick or anything like that. Sometimes we just have to protect ourselves from other people's words. Sometimes we just have to protect ourselves from other people's energy, right? So I feel like that's what it is. You're learning how to put yourself in that bubble. But expect the unexpected and balance kind of tells me that like Spirit's going to step in. If there's no major arcanas in oracle cards, right? But if there was a major arcana in this card, it would definitely, in this deck, it would definitely be the Queen of the Moon, and expect the unexpected, the blue moon, right? Because it says Spirit steps in. And then of course balance coming out. I feel like there is still some confusion. You're still in a little bit of a fog. This is kind of telling me that you can actually like be in shock about something, like something so big could be happening that not only are you experiencing grief, but you're also experiencing a little bit of shock. But I definitely feel like Spirit steps in and helps you bring some sort of balance, something that maybe you wouldn't have been able to do on your own because you still have that fog, right? All right, let's pull some guidance from the Sacred Traveler. So I'm asking your higher self. Denise Lynn explains the Sacred Traveler is your higher self. So we're asking your higher self, Sandra, what is the guidance in this situation? Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Grounding. That's what Spirit's wanting you to do. Go deep, explore your roots. I feel like I don't need to tell you how to ground yourself. There's so many different ways, and I feel like you already know. But are you doing them, Sandra, is the question. Many times when I'm going through something like these cards back here, where Spirit's going to have to step in and help me bring balance in some way because there's so much going on, and I'm having to do whatever it is to protect myself. I forget to ground, right? It seems like we know the lessons, we learn the things, but when the nitty gritty gets here, it's almost like we forget and our mind goes blank, and it's like, oh wait. And that's kind of the test that we've been in. I feel like as Spirit has been pushing us towards our purpose, Spirit's also been showing us that we really need to start implementing the lessons. At this point, we know what those lessons are. At this point, we're far enough in our life to be able to look back at what's happened to us and see what we don't want anymore, more and what we're going to call in the future, right? And look at that, the wondrous universe, walk in beauty. So again, that's expect the unexpected right there. I do feel like spirit's going to help you in some sort of big way. So just taking shelter, the answers are within is also here. And I feel like spirit's definitely telling you that with that boundaries card. Protect your energy, protect yourself. And then I'm going to take one more, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. And really, as long as you're doing that, Sandra, it's just like unconditional love. You can't go astray. I feel like I'm supposed to pull one more. Traveling lightly, simplify your life. And we kind of got that, right? Like we need to, it said that with the heal yourself reading cards and the boundaries, like remove all the things that are in the way. All right, Sandra, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Yes, I am too. And it's just like I told you, I do it too. Like when my when my son told me he was going to his dad's in Colorado, I freaked out, right? Didn't handle it very well. Um and it was because I wasn't using the things that I had learned. But I will say, like as the energy got, like as it got closer to the time, I did finally remember to, breathe. And I think once I started with my breathing, I started grounding myself and it just slowly came back around. But yes, like it's difficult when it's actually happening for us to remember, what are the things they're supposed to be doing? One, breathe, and then just work through like a routine. I'm definitely starting to practice that a little bit more. And I'm not saying that like anything fixes itself or isn't an issue, but it definitely helps me get through it a lot easier and a lot quicker, right? Yes, cleaning out the chaos, Sandra says. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to show you one more time the Facebook Live event. Please come join us. I am so excited. Super Scorpio full moon. They called it the blood moon because it was so red. The eclipse was last night. We are very much going to use this portal energy to do our extended reading for May 2022, the Twin Flames current energy. And then, of course, I'm going to do free individual twin flame current readings after. So, yes, guys, if you haven't checked out my Facebook, please go do so. I did put the link across there. It's just facebook.com and then purple.lunarose. So, yes, come check us out. We do have that live tonight. I'm super excited. I'm going to do my makeup so you can see my face. But yes, guys, I did send out some. Oh, I know. I put out a mid-May twin flame current energy update out this morning. So if you haven't checked that out yet, please go check that out. I don't normally, that is on YouTube. I don't normally do a mid-month one. I like to do it at the beginning of the month, just so I kind of have like a plan throughout the whole month and I'm not like wavering mid-month. But I did do one this week just because we do have that Scorpio full moon. It is a lunar eclipse. This energy is very powerful, guys. We don't talk about it for no reason at all. So yes, I wanted to make sure to get a little bonus reading out. And of course, if that reading resonates, please come check out our live on Facebook tonight. The extended is always going to show you future energies. When you see the free ones that are on YouTube, it's very much current energy, something that's happening right now. So guys, that energy can shift very quickly. You'll want to come in, watch and see what is coming towards you in this journey. All right, guys, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. Thank you for always participating. And as always, I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you, guys.